I'm hoping you know the name Sylvester Stallone, and I'm hoping even more that you know the movie Rocky. But do you actually know the story about Sylvester Stallone whilst he was making the movie Rocky and what he had to go through? I believe a story like this is really going to put into place the struggles we can face, but if we can get through it and have that belief, that determination and that goal we're working towards, no matter what's put in front of us, we can get through it. And what's really important to understand here is you're on a journey and you think you have a place to go. But whilst you're on that journey, other things can happen, and before you know it, new opportunities can arise. But you need to have started the journey and be open to these opportunities that can happen. So Sylvester Stallone, he wanted to be an actor. When he was born with a birth defect, which gave him a speech slur and actually made his face look very weird as well. Not the exact ideal things you need to be an actor, but he proceeded with it. He wanted to be an actor. He'd go to castings. As much as he wanted to be this actor, the people on set didn't agree with him. But he wanted to continue. He knew what he wanted to work towards. Problem was, he might have had this dream, but dreams don't pay the bills. He had to continue to pay the bills. He wasn't bringing money in. He was married at the time, and things got so bad he actually had to pawn his wife's jewellery. Can you imagine doing that? You're working towards something so much, you believe in it so much, that you have to pawn your wife's jewellery because you need to continue with this journey. But he continued on. His wife didn't want much in life. All she wanted was a roof over her head and 3 square meals a day. I don't think that was much to ask for, but that wasn't happening with what Sylvester Stallone was trying to do. He was down on his luck, his wife had left him, and things got so bad. It's one thing your wife leaving you, can you imagine having to sell your dog? He went to the streets and he sold his dog for $25 to a random person in the street because he didn't even have enough money to feed himself, let alone feed his dog. He just couldn't care for him. But as the days went on, he ended up going to a boxing event, and he went to a boxing event with Muhammed Ali. Now, Muhammed Ali put on an exhibition fight against a boxer called Chuck Webner, who was like a local fighter there. He was known for being a decent boxer, but not much to him. Well, imagine this. Imagine getting a chance to go against the heavyweight champion of the world, and not only do you knock him down, but you go the distance. And as we'll speak about this, that's all people want in life. All they want to do is go the distance. They want to get knocked down, but they want to get back up again. They want to feel like they've been able to get through that. And that resonates so much with people. So that there was the base and the start of Sylvester Stallone starting to write. You might not have known this, he had written the script for Rocky. He went back to his room and he actually went on a 3-day writing frenzy. He's put this script together around about 90 pages, and he started to approach different companies with it. He was getting knocked back, and it was on a casting for an acting role that by chance he said to a couple of these directors, I've got a script if you want to have a look at it. They said, come back later once we've finished casting, but by the way, you're not the right fit for the acting role. So he came back, he showed them the script, and they loved it. They loved it so much they offered him $25,000. $25,000 is a massive amount of money back then in the 70s. But the only problem was they just wanted the script. They didn't want him to act in the movie. But he had his heart set on doing it. He believed that this was him. This story was about him. He believed it so much that he turned down the $25,000. He turned down $100,000. He turned down $250,000. And if rumours are to be true, he turned down in the end $360,000 just to sell his script and wipe his hands with it and go away. He had, at that time, $106 in his pocket. Can you imagine that? Getting offered $360,000, but believing so much that this is for you, that you're willing to give all that up. But as he said, he'd got used to living in poverty. He'd got used to living on the cheap. So he doesn't really miss money at all. That is the sort of mindset we need, where it's, you know, you just get on with it because it's not about the money. You're on this journey. You know you can live within your means because you know where you need to get to. So in the end, they ended up giving him the role, playing Rocky, and they bought the script off him for $35,000. The movie cost $1 million to make. Guess how much it made? $200 million. It was an absolute hit. But you know, with this $35,000, do you know what Sylvester Stallone did first of all? No, he didn't go to a nightclub. No, he didn't go splashing the cash and buying whatever. He went back to that street corner and tried to find his dog. He was searching around for 3 days trying to find the guy that he sold the dog to. And on the third day, he saw the guy walking up and he went up to him. He said, "Hey, I want to buy my dog back. I love my dog so much. I miss him so much. I need him." He's like, "No, I'm not selling you this dog. I've grown so attached to him now. I don't care what you're going to say." He offered him double the amount of money, $50. He offered him $500. He offered him $1,000. He ended up buying the dog back for $15,000. And not only did the guy get $15,000, but he got a part in the movie as well. And you know the dog in the movie, Butkus? That is Sylvester Stallone's actual dog. So I really want you to think about this. For me, that's such an amazing story. Like, the 5 movies that preceded it are probably some of the best movies I've ever watched, and I take so much inspiration from it. But not many people know about the Sylvester Stallone story and what he had to go through to get there. To be born with a birth defect and a speech slur, to have to sell your wife's jewellery to live on with your dream, to get money for a script but then be told you can't act in it, and then turn down $360,000 because you know how to live poor, you know how to live without money, and to have that determination to carry on. His career exploded after that, and it was all because he believed in himself to make it happen.